There are paint colors that may seem harmless, but in reality, they silently drain the wealth and prosperity from your home every single day without you even noticing. This is one of those ancient secrets passed down through generations in classical Feng Shui circles, and it has quietly been used by the wealthy to protect their family's fortune. While most people choose paint colors based on personal taste or trends, the ultra-rich make their choices based on energy and environmental flow. Because they understand this, every color emits a certain frequency. It either nurtures prosperity or drains away your luck. In today's video, you are going to learn about 5 paint colors that wealthy people absolutely avoid. These colors not only weaken the feng shui of a space, but they also impact your mindset, your health, and even your cash flow. These are things no one ever teaches you in school, yet they are the silent keys to lasting abundance. Before we begin, go ahead and leave a positive affirmation in the comments section below. Something like, "I am a magnet for abundance," or "I am ready to change my destiny." And do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you will not miss out on practical feng shui tips and ancient spiritual rituals. Let's build a community that understands deeply, lives mindfully, and attracts all things good together. Why colors influence feng shui? Color might seem like it is just about aesthetics and personal taste, but in feng shui, color is the language of energy, the invisible voice of your space. Every single shade carries its own unique vibrational frequency, directly influencing the flow of energy within your home. This, in turn, affects your mood, your actions, and your overall fortune. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt at ease, like a weight was lifted off your shoulders? Or on the flip side, entered a space that made you feel irritable, restless, or even short of breath without any clear reason? That is not random. The colors in the space are speaking to your personal energy field. In applied feng shui, there is a saying among experts: wrong color, wrong energy, wrong fortune. A color that does not match your personal energy, your home's direction, or is simply too harsh can disrupt the energy flow, interrupt financial streams, and stir up emotional chaos. Wealthy people do not wait for misfortune to strike before they start looking for the cause. They are proactive in creating a living space that supports good luck, and color is the very first energy filter they take control of. A paint color can either be a blessing or an invisible curse. People who understand energy use color to draw in light, enhance vitality, and cultivate positive emotions. People who do not, they unknowingly let bad luck cling to their walls. 5 colors wealthy people avoid. Number 1. Deep, dark black. In feng shui, black belongs to the water element, symbolizing wisdom, depth, and flow. However, when black is used in an overly intense or excessive way, especially pure black or charcoal black, it no longer gives off that luxurious vibe people expect. Instead, it becomes a heavy energy block that absorbs light, traps energy, and slows down the entire flow of a home. Wealthy individuals, especially those who practice practical applied feng shui, absolutely avoid using deep black for painting their homes, including living rooms. Bedrooms are quietly draining your positive energies, and hallways. It is not just an aesthetic choice. It comes from generations of experience. Wherever deep black dominates, energy tends to get compressed, circulation is blocked, and the space starts to feel suffocating, depressing, and lifeless. Picture this: pure black walls absorbing all the natural light, turning a room into a dark, heavy space that feels completely sealed off. When your eyes are exposed to black in an enclosed room for too long, it can cause fatigue, tension, and eventually affect your mood. productivity, and even your relationships. In Feng Shui, an ideal home is one where energy flows freely, with a balance between yin, yang, and the five elements. But deep black is heavily yin. When it becomes the dominant color, that harmony is lost. Over time, people living in such spaces may experience low energy, sadness, irritability, or social withdrawal because their own energy is being compressed and unable to radiate outward. The wealthy never let their homes become energy dead zones. They know that money cannot move in a stagnant environment. Prosperous energy is like water, it needs air and flow to move naturally from room to room. Deep black unknowingly acts like a barrier, blocking both creative flow and financial momentum. And here is something most people miss. But rich individuals pick up on quickly. Excessive black also carries associations of mourning and total stillness, which go against vitality and prosperity. In many Asian cultures, black is linked to loss and funerals, so when that color takes over a living space, it can quietly create a layer of emotional heaviness that settles into everyone living there, especially the elderly or young children. Number 2. Bright, vivid red. In many Asian cultures, red has long symbolized luck, wealth, and celebration. We see red used in New Year festivities, weddings, and grand openings as a way to activate positive energy and attract good fortune. But that kind of red is ceremonial, used as an accent, not meant to be the main color of your living space. When bright, intense reds like blood red or neon red are used as the dominant paint color, that is a completely different story. Feng Shui is all about harmony and balance, because only when yin and yang are in equilibrium can we live in alignment with nature. And red, especially loud, bright red, is a hyper-yang color. It is fiery, aggressive, and easily stirs up agitation, pressure, and unease. When used too heavily in a home, it disturbs the energy field, making it difficult for residents to stay calm and emotionally balanced. Over time, this can lead to inner conflict or even family tension. It is no coincidence that wealthy individuals who truly understand Feng Shui never paint their homes bright red, especially those in the stage of protecting and sustaining their wealth. They prioritize stable, soothing energy over flashy displays. Bright red might activate energy, but it also burns away beneficial energy if used incorrectly. That is why Feng Shui masters often warn too much red becomes harmful. It means when energy is overly stimulated, it backfires, creating chaos instead of luck. From a physiological perspective, vivid red in an enclosed space can stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, increasing heart rate, blood pressure, and the sensation of being overwhelmed. For sensitive individuals, living in a room with bright red walls for too long may lead to anxiety, irritability, or emotional instability. Children in such environments also tend to become overactive, distracted, and emotionally reactive. So if you love red, that is totally fine, but use it the right way. Red should be a tasteful accent, not a foundation. The upper class, if they do use red, tend to go for deeper, more muted shades like terracotta or wine red. These tones still carry the energetic qualities of the wood and fire elements, still energize the space, but in a way that feels warm, elegant, and sustainably lucky. Number 3. Lemon yellow or neon yellow. In Feng Shui, the color yellow belongs to the earth element, symbolizing stability, nourishment, and long-lasting strength. But not every shade of yellow is considered good, especially when yellow crosses into the range of lemon yellow, neon yellow, or overly bright tones. It shifts from being a lucky color to becoming a blinding light that drives away prosperity. It might sound counterintuitive, But here is something wealthy people, those who truly understand energy, work and practical feng shui, always keep in mind, not all brightness brings light. Some types of brightness constrain the eyes, unsettle the mind, and leave you mentally exhausted for reasons you cannot quite explain. Lemon yellow and neon yellow are extremely intense in terms of light. When used on walls, especially in spaces with natural sunlight, these colors create a high-minus glare effect, overwhelming your vision, scrambling energy flow, and disrupting emotions and focus. That is why the ultra-minus rich never choose lemon yellow to coat their living spaces. A room painted in lemon yellow may feel bright and cheerful at first, but very quickly you will notice your mind cannot settle. Your brain feels like it is constantly wound up, and a subtle sense of unease or indecisiveness sets in. Overly bright yellow does not hold energy, it makes it flare up and scatter. In classical feng shui, this is referred to as dispersed wealth by glare, meaning intense light throws fortune off course, leaving it lost without a place to settle. Neon yellow also tends to throw off one's financial sense. For business people especially, strategic decisions require steadiness and clear thinking, and colors that are too stimulating, like lemon yellow, make the mind feel too lit up but lacking depth. As a result, financial decisions can become impulsive, investments less grounded. Number 4. Neon green or overly bright greens. In feng shui, green is the color of the wood element, symbolizing growth, vitality, new beginnings, are quietly gaining your positive energy and development. But just like yellow, not all shades of green are suitable for a living space. Neon greens, banana leaf green, lime green, and other overly bright tones are among the most avoided colors for those who seek long-term stability, balance, and prosperity. These ultra-minus bright greens carry high-minus frequency vibrations but lack emotional depth and energetic balance. They overstimulate the energy field of a house, often leading to feelings of restlessness, confusion, lack of focus, and instability. In applied feng shui, this phenomenon is known as imbalance, wood energy, meaning there is growth, but it is chaotic and uncontrolled, like wild plants growing out of order with no pruning or direction. Using neon or overly bright green on walls can also bring about several unwanted side effects. It amplifies yang energy uncontrollably, leading to an imbalance between yin and yang inside the home. It disrupts visual harmony by reflecting too much light, creating glare. It gives off an immature energy signature, making the energy flow feel disjointed and preventing prosperity from settling. It affects the mental clarity of people living there, leading to indecisiveness, erratic behavior, and emotional instability. The essence of a feng shui-minus friendly home is one that feels solid, nurturing, and supportive of a person's intellectual, physical, and financial growth. But overly bright greens work against that principle. They stimulate growth in all directions, but without structure, which leads to erratic, unstable fortune. From a color psychology perspective, neon green's high brightness level causes visual overstimulation, eye fatigue, and mental strain when viewed for extended periods. In a living environment, this results in a kind of low-minus grade, prolonged emotional overload, making it hard to relax, difficult to unwind mentally, and causing imbalances in circulation and inner peace. Feng Shui is not just about directions or floor plans. It is a science of the subtle energy between people and their environment. In an ideal space, everything from color and lighting to materials and layout should aim toward one common goal: harmony. Overly bright green is a major disruptor of that rhythm. It pushes energy to spike suddenly, then crash like music with no pauses between notes. Number 5. Cold grey or pure white. In modern interior design, especially minimalist style, many people are drawn to cool tones like ash grey, charcoal grey, pure white, or icy blue whites because they feel clean, sleek, and on trend. But when viewed through the lens of applied Feng Shui and energy science, these colors are actually some of the worst choices for painting a home, particularly when used extensively or as the main color theme. The reason is simple: cold grays and stark whites create a sense of emptiness, chill, and disconnection. These are deeply yin colors that lack nourishment, emotional warmth, and the grounding energy of earth, the very element that supports wealth, stability, and well-minus being in a home. Feng Shui teaches that every home needs a solid energy core, a warm, stable foundation to support the people living there. But when you paint your entire home in icy white or cool gray, the space gradually becomes emotionally sterile, lifeless, and unable to retain good energy. This is especially noticeable in newly built homes with an all-white theme. They may look stunning at first, but over time they start to feel cold and empty. Additionally, pure white and cold gray tend to repel human energy. They absorb very little and reflect a lot, causing the personal energy field of the people living inside to slip away rather than settle. This leads to feelings of unease, detachment, and a lack of emotional connection with the home itself. From a 5-element perspective, cold white belongs to the metal element. Metal has sharp, cutting, dry characteristics. Without proper balancing, an excess of metal severs its connection with earth, meaning the loss of material stability, grounding, and long-term prosperity. That is why the wealthy never paint their entire homes in stark white or charcoal gray. They understand that true sustainability comes from warm, living, connected energy. A home that feels cold in color, no matter how expensive the furniture, will always lack emotional depth, which affects how people relate to one another. In Feng Shui, this condition is called total stillness of energy, where the flow is frozen, no longer circulating softly, making it hard for wealth to enter, blessings to gather, and growth to continue. Visually, cool gray and sterile white also create the effect of a hospital room because these colors are often used in medical environments, which prioritize sterility, separation, and emotional neutrality. Living long-term in such an environment tends to make people emotionally closed off, lacking warmth, and eventually disconnected from their surroundings. This is especially harmful for children and the elderly. 5 lucky colors to attract wealth. Number 1. Soft jade green. The reason soft jade green is a great choice for home paint is because it carries a very special kind of energy known as gentle wood energy. This energy does not clash. It is not overly strong or disruptive, yet it is never stagnant. It is like a cool stream flowing through a forest, soothing, steady, fresh, and calming. A room painted in soft jade green always maintains a light, refreshing, and pleasant feeling, even as the natural light changes throughout the day. From a psychological perspective, light green tones have been shown to reduce stress, stabilize the nervous system, and boost mental clarity. That is why this color is often used in areas where focus, creativity, or rest are needed, like home offices, reading corners, a quiet e-trading, bedrooms, or meditation rooms. Modern Feng Shui emphasizes a keep principle. Prosperity does not come only from external factors, but also from the internal energy state of each person. Soft jade green, when used on walls, creates a gentle, energetic background that supports a positive state of mind, helps people stay calm when making decisions, and promotes a stable energy flow that allows wealth to grow over time. Beyond its emotional and energetic benefits, soft jade green is also incredibly versatile when it comes to interior design. Whether paired with natural wood, metal, linen fabrics, or stone, this shade wraps around all materials and softens their harshness. This makes it the perfect base for those who want a space that feels luxurious, serene, thoughtful, and open all at once. According to the principles of yin-yang and the 5 elements, light green offers a moderate yang energy that helps balance homes with too much yin, such as homes facing north, homes lacking natural light, or homes filled with cold metallic tones. Using this color boosts wood energy, revitalizes sluggish areas, and reactivates slow minus energy zones, thereby enhancing the overall fortune of the house. Soft jade green is also especially suitable for Feng Shui's southeast sector, called the Wealth Corner, and the east sector, which governs health and personal growth. When used in the right location, this color directly supports abundance, prosperity, and strong, meaningful relationships. Number 2. Warm creamy white. This color is a soft neutral leaning toward yang, and it closely resembles natural sunlight. It is not as cold as pure white and not as dark as earthy yellow. It's right at the perfect balance point. Warm creamy white gently diffuses light throughout a space, making the home feel bright and clean without being harsh or glaring. In Feng Shui, light represents yang energy. It is life force, wealth energy, and luck. When a home is painted in warm creamy white, it enhances the flow of energy, allowing it to circulate freely and reach every corner of the house. Where there is light, there is vitality, and where there is vitality, wealth can gather. Second, creamy white carries a stable and pure energy field. It does not stir up emotions like intense colors do, nor does it create gloominess like dark shades. This is a grounding color. It holds people, helping them feel calm, clear-headed, and mentally sharp. That is why many wealthy individuals, despite having the means to choose extravagant designs, still go with the minimalist beauty of creamy white to keep their minds light and their spirits at ease. A home painted in warm cream can also soothe underlying tensions in family relationships. This color creates a space that feels harmonious, easy on the eyes, and pleasant to be in, which naturally supports connection, communication, and closeness among family members. Wealthy people do not just care about appearances. They deeply value energy harmony within the home, and creamy white is a gentle, reliable tool to maintain that balance. Aesthetically, warm cream is one of the most versatile and timeless colors, whether matched with natural wood, marble, metallic accents, or high-end crafted finishes. It blends beautifully and never weighs down the energy of a space. It enhances the natural beauty of all materials, providing a foundation of elegance without needing to shout for attention. That is why wealthy homeowners often use creamy white to elevate their interiors with grace and sophistication. Modern Feng Shui also appreciates creamy white for its compatibility with a wide range of energy types. This color sits at the intersection of the metal and earth elements, making it flexible and unlikely to clash with any particular elemental chart. Whether your energy belongs to earth, metal, or even wood, creamy white can work as long as it is paired appropriately with light, materials, and furniture layout. Finally, creamy white is also seen as a symbol of new beginnings, clean, gentle, grounded, and full of potential. In East Asian tradition, there is a saying, "A good start brings lasting fortune," and warm creamy white is the perfect visual embodiment of that prosperous beginning. Number 3. Earthy yellow or warm beige. Earthy yellow belongs to the earth element, symbolizing foundation, stability, gratitude, and the ability to accumulate. When this color appears in a home, it brings a sense of steadiness, warmth, and emotional safety, the kind of energy that makes people want to stay, feel grounded, and reflect more deeply. That is exactly what the wealthy seek, not a space that constantly stimulates them, but one that helps them stay clear-headed, emotionally balanced, and focused on long-term goals. For them, a paint color that supports mental stability is a true investment in lasting prosperity. Warm beige offers the same benefits. It is not as bright as lemon yellow, not flashy like neon yellow. It has a gentle tone that resembles morning sunlight and fertile soil. This color is bright enough to attract positive energy, yet muted enough to make people feel secure and rooted. Used in living rooms, quiet living rooms, dining areas, or hallways, warm yellow tones make the space more open, improve communication, and ease hidden emotional tensions in family relationships. The wealthy understand a beautiful house may not always be a lucky house, but a space that feels good to live in will always support long-term prosperity. Beyond its stabilizing energy, these two shades also have strong design appeal. They pair beautifully with luxurious materials like natural wood, marble, brass, gold, or linen, and they never go out of style. A home painted in earthy yellow or warm beige does not need to be extravagant to feel elegant. Its beauty does not demand attention, it quietly invites you to stay. And in Feng Shui, that is a powerful sign that the energy field has reached a deep, harmonious state. Earthy yellow also sits at the very center of the 5 elements, acting as a neutralizer and harmonizer among wood, fire, metal, and water. It does not clash with any particular energy type and is especially effective in southwest or northeast areas of the home, or in places lacking positive yang energy. When used properly, earthy yellow slows down the energy flow, not in a stagnant way, but in a way that allows energy to settle, nourish, and transform into wealth over time. Number 4. Navy blue or warm charcoal blue. If earthy yellow represents financial stability and creamy white brings purifying light, then navy blue or warm charcoal blue represents deep intelligence and lasting sophistication. That is why you often see this color used in luxury villas, private offices of business leaders, libraries, or elite living spaces. It is never loud or flashy. Navy blue is the color of successful people who are humble, wise, and steady like the deep ocean that stays calm even in a storm. In Feng Shui, navy blue belongs to the water element, which governs wisdom, cash flow, flexibility, and spiritual depth. When water energy is abundant, it supports the homeowner's clarity, timing, strategic thinking, and long-term vision. True wealth is not just about making money, it is also about keeping it, and that requires a space that helps you stay calm and make smart choices. Navy blue is that energetic doorway, helping the energy in your home slow down, deepen, and solidify instead of reacting to short-term distractions. This is one of the rare colors that activates deep intelligence without making a space feel heavy. When painted on accent walls behind the sofa, in workspaces, libraries, or bedrooms, navy blue creates a protective and supportive energy field. It does not overstimulate. Instead, it gently centers you, helping you think carefully, act wisely, and make precise decisions. That is incredibly valuable in a world where rushing and surface-level thinking led to so many bad choices. Wealthy people do not choose colors to show off. They choose colors to live better, think deeper, and grow smarter. Navy blue grounds the mind while expanding vision, helping you stay calm during storms and steady in the face of tough choices. It is quiet but powerful. understated yet unforgettable to those who are sensitive enough to feel its depth. Aesthetically, navy blue brings absolute elegance when paired with premium materials like dark wood, natural stone, velvet upholstery, brushed brass, or champagne gold. It elevates a space with calm confidence, offering a beauty of substance, soul, and quiet abundance that is not always obvious at first glance. Feng Shui also recommends using navy blue in areas like the wealth sector southeast and career sector north, both associated with financial growth and professional development. This color helps energy pool slowly but surely, reduces energetic conflict, and supports strategic financial decisions. Number 5. Warm mouse gray. If creamy white brings a sense of clarity and lightness, and earthy yellow represents financial stability, then warm mouse gray stands as the ultimate neutral tone where modern elegance, emotional calm, and understated luxury all meet. It is no coincidence that in many upscale homes, minimalist villas, and living spaces of successful entrepreneurs, you will often find this shade, whether on main feature walls, curtains, furniture, or softly finished wooden floors. Warm mouse gray is a refined blend of neutral gray and a subtle touch of warm brown. In the 5 minus element system, it sits at the intersection of metal and earth, creating a steady energy field that is neither too active nor too still. This makes it ideal for people who need high concentration, a quiet environment to make critical decisions, especially in fields like finance, investment, or executive leadership. Wealthy individuals do not choose this color because it is trendy. They choose it because it holds energy exceptionally well. In a home, if energy is too restless, it cannot retain wealth. But if it is too stagnant, it becomes stifling. Warm gray creates a neutral energy base that keeps the home breathable, functional, and emotionally balanced. Beyond that, warm mouse gray is incredibly flexible when paired with premium materials like natural wood, light stone, brushed brass, or neutral textiles. It enhances the space's sophistication without screaming for attention, perfectly in line with the essence of true wealth: refined, composed, and quietly powerful. In terms of Feng Shui applications, this color works well in many areas: living rooms, hallways, bedrooms, and study rooms. It also harmonizes with a variety of energy types and home orientations, especially in homes with moderate lighting or those facing northwest or northeast. Warm gray boosts earth energy, adding foundational stability to wealth and well-being. A home is not just a place to live. It is the energetic foundation of your entire destiny. Every color you choose does more than just affect aesthetics. It is an invitation for specific kinds of energy into your life. Wealthy people do not pick colors just because they are pretty. They choose what aligns with the energy, the mindset, and the intentions of prosperity and peace. When you know how to avoid energy minus draining colors, and you consciously choose colors that enhance vitality and abundance, that is when you start rewriting the flow of wealth in your home. Because luck does not just appear, it is nurtured day by the environment you live in. So if you are looking to refresh your destiny, stabilize your finances, or simply create a home that truly feels peaceful, start with color. Every wall, every stroke of paint can be the quiet but powerful shift your life has been waiting for. Now, I want to hear from you. What color is your home painted right now? Have you ever considered changing your wall color to shift your energy? Share it in the comments. You might just inspire someone else today. And do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on deep, practical wisdom from applied Feng Shui and ancient spiritual rituals. We all deserve to live in a space that nurtures good fortune. And that transformation begins with the color you choose today. Wishing you abundance, good fortune, and positive energy in all aspects of life. See you in the next video, where we'll explore even deeper and more meaningful Feng Shui secrets to help you live a smoother, more prosperous, and fulfilling life.